please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Captain's Log, Subdates 230116.2. To start the week, I've given the other crew, the ones in the destroyer, a month to decide on the offer we've made. In the meantime, we're going to go to the Realm of Spoons to negotiate a treaty with them. Hello everyone, welcome to This Week at Twitter, or Twat. Today we're going to start with a random block of the week, and this one is random. It sent me down a rabbit hole, a brief one, courtesy of K Valentine. In all caps,
"Shut the F up about Gamergate, you stupid effing moron."
As you can tell, he's been around a while like myself, linked to his channel in the pinned comment down below, and we're a bit tired of people constantly using Gamergate as this buzzword to explain circumstances. A retweet of Frank Cifaldi, who had tweeted, "Gamergate dog whistling is about the last thing I expected to see at this show. I'm very disappointed in the organisation for displaying this. I'm on the hook for 2 talks here that I was excited to give, and this has made me lose steam." Now, it's a retweet of Jennifer, but I'm going to read the follow-up 2 tweets that Frank had put out. "I've been told the sign is gone now. I get it, they're mad about an article from a year ago, but I totally forgot about that, and I'm sure others did too. For me, as a casual observer, this was Kotaku in action, and it made me feel gross for being here. I love this show and I'm happy to be here. I'm going to assume it was a boneheaded mistake and something that wasn't thought through. Everyone I've met who runs the show is cool as hell, so it was surprising. The first reply to it though is the one I appreciate the most. Respectfully Frank, expressing disdain for a website like Kotaku, which has a pretty poor track record for reporting, isn't Gamergate's dog whistling. It was also a joke, and one that I think people are hugely overreacting to. Are you telling me it's just a joke, bro?" Interesting. Now, the Gamergate dog whistling from Jennifer Astor reads from 2 tweets. First, the Danny DeVito shrine is back this year. Yes, Danny DeVito should be worshipped. Also, as you can see from the image, they're all around about his height. The image though that was retweeted, #MagFest. You have Kotaku's journalistic integrity, which next to it has 404 error, not found, that running joke. And the reason why is because Kotaku has no journalistic integrity. It never has. I have cited them when I've gone through articles relating to people like Brianna Wu, who thinks they're some of the best journalistic integrity outlets ever. But during Gamergate we learnt where they really sat. While Zoe Quinn was the straw that broke the camel's back, Kotaku was the one using the steamroller to turn the camel into camel pate. To this day, its journalistic integrity is null and void. It has none. It is an absolute literal joke, which is why it has to be there. But it is worth pointing out, it is clearly a joke when you look at where all the others, or the other topics, or the other speeches, or the other events are being directed at MagFest. It is quite clearly a joke. Maybe next year MagFest can put the Danny DeVito shrine there instead. Anyway, I mention this because Jennifer has me blocked. What a great day. I actually have no idea who you are, Jennifer, but thank you very much for having me blocked. I, of course, appreciate it. At this point, I'm somewhat surprised Frank Cifaldi hasn't got me blocked, because I have retweeted him a couple times for either using the wrong words, misinterpreting a situation, which is basically this again, or because he has said something that can be considered quite derivative, dumb, pathetic, stupid, asinine, moronic, all of the above. Moving on, so next I want to introduce you to somebody I have on this channel never covered, yet I have been asked many times to do so. I've been asked to do videos on the likes of Charlie Gold within Hater Nation. I've been asked to do one FFG as well, French Fried. I can't be asked, to be honest, with those two. There are reasons. Asked is mostly the reason. One of those lolcows though, although it could be argued both those two qualify to an extent, that I've never covered but I've helped cover on other people's channels, more notably Irate Alex, is Shani for Christ. I know, we're going to do that today. Courtesy of Barbecue Chicken, who had asked, would you like, Barbecue Chicken to make videos about these two? A retweet of Mary Cab MC, who simply said pardon. Included is a video. That's where we're going next.
Before this show, I was I was actually, like, wiping down and cleaning under my breasts because they're seeping underneath it. So... them. I got my body's my...
I know in the grand scheme of things context is vitally important, but when it comes to someone like Shani for Christ, context is not remotely important. She will say something completely random, something very disgusting, something quite frankly disturbing. And she'll say it because it's the first thing that comes into her head, and there is nothing there to prevent her from simply saying it the moment the thought has taken form. They have been royally mocked to smithereens on YouTube, and I had considered doing a Content Constable on them, a series that has been dead for a long time. So if you'd like me to do a Content Constable on Shani for Christ, the Ban Evader, and baby Carrot Peen, her partner, smash the like to holy hell, and I'll make it happen. I might even make it another super collab, like I did with Social Repose. Suggestions for collabs by all means link down below. A rather fascinating Twitter interaction I saw came courtesy of Discord Spies aka David aka the artist formerly known as Spinosauruskin or Spineless Foreskin, depending on who you speak to about him. If you've been on this channel long enough you'll know who he is. If you don't, that's quite alright. David was once an MRA YouTube content creator. He is no longer a content creator to be honest, but he's very active on Twitter these days, having eventually moved on and got himself a life off of the internet, for the most part. He tweeted out on the 4th of January, I know this is a bit late, but this one intrigued me. Fascism. If we win, you are guaranteed to have a wife and children. Leftism. If we win, you deserve nothing. If you can't get laid, then die a lone loser. Stop being so entitled. The world isn't supposed to make you happy. Wow, I wonder what draws men to fascism. Underneath he also wrote, Fascism. If we win, you will be a housewife, whether you like it or not. Leftism. If we win, you will have the life you always dreamed of, everything will be free, and men will treat you like a queen. Wow, I wonder why leftism appeals to women more than it does men. What cracked me up the most about those two tweets is most didn't see the second tweet. It was just reductio ad absurdum, that's all it was. And via the quote retweets he got ratioed, because many did not understand what he'd actually said or what he was doing to prove the point. So when Siobhan Balvida underneath writes, I wonder why the political ideology with an ever-present death drive needs to coddle its adherents with fantasies, you'd think they'd catch on, but no. David replies, I wonder why the political ideology that claims to actually want a better world is insistent on telling people their world is going to be shit. You know, he almost comes off as a centrist at this point, doesn't he? It's quite entertaining, I find. Claudia Brown, the ranting feminist, retweeted the first tweet with, I'm going to stand with David on this take. The rhetoric on the left towards men effing sucks, and it shows because most of these spaces have F all men, and the men you see getting popular in these spaces have this weird self-flagellating attitude and are overly apologetic. We call them beta, by the way. He's not saying fascism is better than leftism. He's saying that in trying to appeal to men, they will uplift them, tell them they're worthy of love, and that in the ideal fascist world, they will get the love they should. It's all other people's fault they can't get a girl. It's wrong, but it's more appealing than the attitude I see prominently whenever incels or guys who can't get laid get brought up in progressive spaces. Just Contra trying to emphasize with why people become incels copped flack for not just dunking on them. Contra is ContraPoints, a commentary YouTuber, and there is a point there. It's a point I have made many times on this channel. If you're going to uplift people, you need to uplift everyone. You don't tear someone down to bring them down to your level, you find a way to get up to them. Work together, be together, fight together. That's how it's supposed to be, right? Community, right? It's apparently not how it works. David did later on tweet, it's wild how many of the people screaming at me right now are Russia simps like Holy S. That being a reference to those who are more on the side or are seen to be on the side of Russia concerning Ukraine. Not going to be drawn in on that. I just found it hilarious that people kept on sending him this, which isn't accurate in the slightest. He never gave an interview to the Daily Mail. I would know. I was in a VC with him after the interview on Skype. He told me all about the interview because he gave it when it was seen. He was at university in his first year and his housemates found out about it. And he can vouch for me on this, giving him advice on how to proceed next to potentially move dorms to where he would be safer. Yes, I was helpful back then, and Spino and I were friends. I'm not saying I don't like him now, we're not friends, we just don't talk anymore. Everyone moves on with their lives after all. Now, as we had the discussion of incel, I'm going to reference another tweet from Kay that I noticed that I found quite fascinating. So Kay tweeted out, just like with everything in life, female incels are treated completely different to their male counterparts. Instead of being met with hate and derision from everyone, they're met with puff pieces and genuine questions of how they can't find love. Accompanying that are 4 images. The first comes from The Guardian. Experts fear global incel culture could provoke terrorism. The BBC. Incels inside a dark world of online hate. The Guardian again. I feel hurt that my life has ended up here. The women who are involuntarily celibate. And Unheard. The year of the femcel. I guess what would actually change this would be a change in real life events. One I would never for even a second accept, condone, promote, ever. Now let's talk about some fat phobia, because this was sent to me via Orla Seraph, hi Orla, and I thought, you know what, let's share this with the class and get your opinions on this. Sinead is a bike. If you're afraid of becoming fat, that is a literal form of fat phobia. I don't know what's confusing about that. You're right. I am terrified of being fat. I am genuinely afraid of getting fat. I'm at a very healthy weight, certainly for my height. My BMI is nice and low-ish, but I love my food, so I'll never be super slim or beach body ready. But I'm okay with that. At time of recording, I'm almost 37. I will be on the 15th, so when this comes out on the 16th, I will be officially 37. I don't care anymore, but I don't want to be fat. Why? Because fat is not good. I don't need assisted mobility movement. I don't want to have health problems as I get older. Honestly, I don't want to sweat more in the summer. I don't want to wear clothes that barely fit that look like parachutes. No, I like wearing clothes that fit. I like feeling good. I like feeling strong, healthy, running upstairs and not getting out of breath. Something simple, of course. Eating a chocolate bar and knowing when I get on the scales the next day I'm not going to have put on any weight because I would have gone running to burn it off. Continuing, before you tell me about your medicalized reasons why fat phobia is okay, retweet of something else that Sinead has tweeted. The idea that clinical is the same as objective is a myth that needs to die. Do you really think that doctors, medical and pharmaceutical companies, government agencies, etc. are all perfectly objective? Really? You think that's a thing? And if you think the weight loss industry doesn't have lobbyists, I have some laughing to do. The real problem when it comes to the idea of fat phobia is it is used as a thought-terminating cliche, a means of silencing discussion when people have legitimate questions or criticisms aimed at those that want to try and endorse something that is not good for you, i.e. being fat. And to those that think it's okay, I'd like to direct you now at the Slatton sisters, both of whom have made astonishing inroads in their weight loss journey. Genuine. And I'm very proud of them for that, because they were going to be a content constable as well at one point. I'm not going to bother now, there's no real need to. No offense intended, but they were more interesting when they were fatter. The word fat phobia is a misuse of what it means to be fat phobic. Much like other types of phobic, it's always used incorrectly. It's a buzzword that sounds good, because phobic. Some people need to learn to English, okay? Next, Amber Heard. Hire Survivors Hollywood Twitter account. Happy Sunday to the hashtag Hire Survivors Hollywood community. We've decided to use Sundays to highlight hashtag survivors and hashtag silence breakers and the wonderful work they're doing. Today we are celebrating Amber Heard brackets hashtag Amber Heard close brackets exclamation point. Hashtag Amber Heard is a bisexual actress, activist, survivor and silence breaker. In 2015 she filed a restraining order against her ex-husband Johnny Depp after surviving that word from him. She was later sued by him after publishing an article for the Washington Post in which she discussed sexual violence, domestic that word, and how institutions protect male that. In 2022, during the televised and highly scrutinized public trial, she endured disgusting backlash in the media, online, and in Hollywood. The thread goes on for quite some time. The tweet that sums it up the best: justice for all, apologist. Let's finish with Limited Run Games, who tweeted out, LRG respects all personal opinions, however we remain committed to supporting an inclusive culture. Upon investigating a situation, an employee was terminated. Our goal as a company is to continue to foster a positive and safe environment for everyone. Count Dankula retweeted this with, imagine firing someone not for the things they posted, things they did or things they said, but because they followed 2 accounts on Twitter you didn't like, and in the same breath telling such an obvious lie that you respect all opinions. Why even attempt such a transparent lie? This is because Kara Gooch, aka community manager Kara Lynn, made comments about being excited to play the upcoming Hogwarts Legacy game. A Twitter user called Purple Tinker, who deleted their account, described Lynn as a transphobe. Purple Tinker pointed to several tweets made by Lynn in the past, one of which included Lynn saying, "If you think the hashtag of trans crying about using a bathroom is higher than the pervs using the excuse, you are what is wrong with this world." So LRG acted in accordance with their values, their inclusive values, by silencing a different value. The irony and the hypocrisy of it all: if you shove it in a sandwich and put it in your mouth, you'll find it to be scrum-diddly-umptious.